Hello, we are delighted you have decided to join us in this training series to better help you, as parents, understand augmentative and alternative communication, otherwise known as AAC. In this module, the fourth one, we are going to talk to you about your parent responsibilities and help you find the best resources to continue your knowledge of AAC. Specifically, in this training, we're going to discuss how you, as parents, can better support your child who utilizes AAC. Let's get started.
I am Ann Kohlmeyer, and with me is Christy Butler. We are both speech language pathologists by training and concentrate our efforts in the area of AAC and assistive technology. I work for St. Luke's Health System in Children's Rehab, and Christy works for the West Ada School District. We both provide consultative services to colleagues in our systems, as well as direct services to children. We provide training in AAC that are available in person as well as recorded as webinars on the Idaho Training Clearinghouse. We are delighted you have decided to join us in this learning adventure.
Our plan in this module is for you to be a better communication support to your child, your AAC user. We would like you to improve your communication interactions with your child by using AAC. For it is by using the AAC system yourself that you understand what your child needs to learn language wise, as well as be able to find and use those words with their communication device. Every day, there are communication opportunities available to you if you know what to look for and how to approach those daily living activities using an AAC system or device. There are strategies you can use that will encourage communication, as well as build your AAC communication abilities. Let's get started.
This is one of my absolute favorite quotes. So, did you know that the average 18-month-old has been exposed to 4,380 hours of oral language at a rate of 8 hours a day since birth? A child with a communication system and who receives speech therapy 2 times a week for 30 minutes will reach the same amount of language exposure in 84 years. Think of it. They are not getting the same exposure to their symbols as quickly. And what does that tell us to do? AAC isn't just for the student and the SOP to use. It is for everyone who has interactions with this child.
An AAC system, whether it's a device or a communication book that's left in the backpack or on the kitchen counter, often misses many communication opportunities. The AAC system kept at home versus taken to the playground means missed opportunities. Do you ever put your voice in your purse or laptop bag when you go to the bathroom or out to dinner or to the shopping mall? Of course not. You always have access to your voice. If you can't access the AAC system within 1 to 2 seconds, you will go on without it. Devices and symbols need to be available and not across the room or left in their backpack when they come home from school. When playing with your child, make sure to have the device or symbols with you. It takes time for the device to power up and down, so leave it on all the time. AAC literature has shown that children need a certain amount of communication opportunities every day in order to become successful communicators. So, what that research has found is that we need 200 opportunities a day. How many opportunities do you think your child is getting each day to communicate?
When children learn to talk, we naturally create opportunities that encourage them to practice their words. To encourage language, we might give them more time to say what they want, or we withhold the item that they want out of reach. This same strategy can be used with an AAC user just as effectively. To encourage our children or our AAC user to communicate using their device or symbols, we can and should be showing them what we expect them to say with their device or symbols. Use their symbols to say the words we want them to use. Sabotaging the activity by forgetting items is especially helpful. Opportunities in daily living where this can be used effectively is during dressing, food preparation, or cooking. Another way to help them grow their communication use is to use a partial phrase so that they fill in the last part, or leave words out so they have to tell us what we forgot. Waiting patiently and expectantly is very effective as well, because it often takes AAC users much longer to compose their message or thoughts.
Let's take a moment and reflect on a few things that impact our successful implementation of AAC. Taking this training means you are hoping to improve yourself and your child's communication skills. That's the first step. We, as communication partners wishing to improve our child's communication abilities, should answer these questions and then create a plan to move forward with AAC use. Whatever questions you answered no to need a plan. So the answer to the question changes to yes, and you can say what you are doing. You can do this, just like your child. You can do hard things. Take a minute and pause the webinar. Look through these 5 questions and see how you answer them. Remember, if you answer no to any of them, come up with a plan. How are you going to change?
I think this is one of the best ways to support our children in learning and communicating. Using AAC is hard work, and we need to praise and encourage efforts, no matter how small it might feel. Composing an entire thought has to start with a single word, after all. Sometimes words do not have immediate meaning, and we need to be patient and encouraging so that the child might reveal their meaning. Every word spoken in AAC took effort to produce. By recognizing it was intentional, we make it meaningful. Our children will say more when they are encouraged, and we presume they are communicating intentionally. They will stop communicating if we question every response's validity.
Thanks so much for watching the 4th video in our training series on augmentative and alternative communication for parents. We encourage you to check out our next video in the series, AAC for Parents 105, a guide on how to find resources to support AAC users.